So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? So we're on a road trip, and what's interesting about where we are at, we're in Michigan, and we're bouncing around different places, but we really wanted to try to highlight a little bit of Michigan wines because there's a lot going on in Michigan that you might not really know, and these are the kind of things that we wanted to pay attention to. So we picked out a really interesting wine. This is called Bluestone, and we are going to talk about their Gewurztraminer. And Bluestone is a very interesting winery because they're all the way up in Traverse City, which is in what we call the Northwest Lower Peninsula. And we're going to zoom in on the map so we can show you this whole area right here. This is the happening ground right here. And from a lot of press that's going on, they're talking about this being the actual Napa Valley of the Midwest. And for a number of reasons, we always try to highlight that there's a lot going on in our world today with climate change, and you're starting to see warmer temperatures, especially like in Michigan, because we look in Michigan here, we can actually see these are all different wine growing regions. But when you're all the way up here in Traverse City, which is this area right here, you got an area which is really, really cool. This is called Leelanau area where Bluestone is, and we're going to talk about their Gewurztraminer, but we're going to bring up a reason why we're going to do their Gewurztraminer. They make a lot of different wines, so they're making Cabernet Franc, they're making Pinot Noir, so they're making all different styles of wines. But we picked out a Gewurztraminer for a reason, because we are in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Ann Arbor is foodie capital of Michigan. Of course, it's where the Big Blue is. Congrats to University of Michigan this year, winning the national championship. So, of course, this is a big football area. But what really a lot of people don't realize is Ann Arbor, the city of Ann Arbor, is a foodie's heaven. There are so many restaurants here that you can pick out anything that you want, Italian and French and just any type of food. But what we did today, we picked out something that is an Ann Arbor staple. And this one right here, look, this is called Zingerman's Deli. And what's famous there is the Reuben. This was voted as the #1 Reuben in the whole United States. And you can see right here, we got two different Reubens here. This one is the Pumpernickel, which is classic Brooklyn. And then this is Zingerman's, which is the classic Zingerman's, which is the Jewish rye bread. But you can see, you've got Emmental cheese, you've got sauerkraut, you've got Thousand Island dressing, you've got the pastrami right here. So you got everything that's really going on with this sandwich. But you can see right here, Zingerman's is doing a Father's Day special. I want to give a shout out to the owners of Zingerman's. We were actually there today, and they have probably well over 150 cheeses. They've got well over 70 to 80 different types of breads, gourmet foods, but it is a Ann Arbor staple. But what we wanted to try to do is not only highlight Zingerman's, because I love Reuben's, it's one of my favorite things, because we're foodies. We want to let you know out there that we're not just talking about wine. We talk about wine, but we also talk about what would pair good with a Reuben, because I don't know if anybody's ever thought about that, because usually Reubens, you just want to eat Reubens, you don't want to think about wine. But we decided to pick out a Gewurztraminer. So we decided today, and we're going to zoom in a little bit so you can see Bluestone here. We're quite interested in this winery because they are right now one of the hottest wineries in all of Michigan, and we wanted to get a chance to try their wine. But yes, we also wanted to try it with the Reuben. So you get all those flavors of the Reuben with the cheese and the sauerkraut. But I wanted to pair this with Gewurztraminer because I'm curious David, always want to try different things. Oh, that is a perfect match. I've always said, this is my opinion, Gewurztraminer is the best picnic wine. So if you ever want to go out on a picnic and you want to enjoy the afternoon, you know me, I'm very serious in my wines. I talk about Bordeaux, I talk about Burgundy, I talk about, Italian wines and everything like that. But when I get to this right here, I just, this should be something which is called happy wine. Should make everybody happy, but what's the perfect thing to do? Go on a picnic, have, you know, charcuterie, have cheeses and everything like that. But when you're in Ann Arbor, you got to pick up a Zingerman's Reuben and go out and have a nice bottle of wine that'll go perfect with this. Again, you know, we want to talk about Traverse City because, again, you know, with what's going on today with the wine business, you're getting all these different areas right here. We want to spend a little time here. Traverse City right now is the happening place in Michigan. Again, they call this the Napa Valley of the Midwest. And because a lot is going on here, it's a lot of buzzing going on with the wine industry and everything like that. But we wanted to share this at least with you. Again, this is the Grape Explorer. We're on a road trip. We're in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and we wanted to share our beautiful vacation with you. Cheers.